Little soldier boy, come marching home. Brave soldier boy, come marching home. He thought he knew what he was fighting for, but the sight of blood made him question war. Poor soldier boy, cold and alone, arrows fall like rain, he's all alone. Those leaves did grow from branches overgrown, drifting slowly down, resting in the snow. Little soldier boy, marching from his home, forced to fight a war that is not his own. Leaves from the vine, changing so slow, like empty fallen souls.
Hi everyone. Is my audio even working? Yeah, it should be. No. Oh, it is. Yep, that's fine. That's good. How are you all doing? I hope you're all good. It's not come up as. Oh, that's probably why. Bear with me. It's. There we go. I was just all of a sudden getting all the notifications for everything going on in Discord. Silly buggers. How are we all doing? Are we all good? Are we all having fun? Are we all having a good evening? Mute? No need to mute them. It's all good. Yeah, I've just got everything sorted. I figured it'd be a nice chilled chat. Talk things, go through stuff. So, yeah. So, we've done a few of these prep ones before, and they've all been a bit, it's going over the same things, I find. Which isn't always a bad thing. There can be a good thing. I think this time round, I'm more interested in getting people to live just to be more comfortable in the field. Not to turn up and think, I can get this done, I can have that, I'm used to doing this, and then being completely unprepared. I think it would be good if we were able to get people in a place where they turn up to be in the field and are able to actually be ready to be in a field. So they're not going to turn up for a -20 event wearing nothing but linens and stuff like that. They're not going to think, I'll be alright just sleeping on the floor under a tree and things like that. You know, the horror stories that the people who have been going to Empire for a while will understand and they'll know about, and all of these sorts of things. So I figured that we'd impart a little bit of knowledge, answer questions, see what people want to do, and then just go on from there. So this is weird. I think this is the quietest I have ever seen chat. Crazy Pixels, hello there. How you doing? So for me, the first thing that I do is, hi Joe, is when that you're in the field and that you've got your bed set up, you need to make sure you've got some loud noises. Thank you, Jim Bob. General Kenobi. Oh, March of Rough Music. Don't get me started on that. So the first thing that I always do, I don't know about everybody else, is when the airbed's done, I'll make sure it's got something underneath the airbed, something on top of the airbed, and then a blanket, and then a sleeping bag and stuff like that. But as I know, I keep on saying, I sleep at a very high temperature anyway, so I'm always hot. Bring a patch repair kit. Yeah, I think any sort of basic tools, it's a saw, a hammer, and stuff like that, because it all helps out. Gaffer tape, those sorts of things, because it all means people are prepared. If you're in or around the woods as well, I'd recommend a rake. There was something that was brought up in the chat room today when someone said, "Oh, I bring a rake with me to Empire," and it was like, "Why? Why do you bring a rake?" And it's like, well, if you're camping in the woods, you need to move all of that stuff out of the way, and it means you can clear an area and everything, because the last thing that you want to do, and I've seen it happen, is you put your bell tent down, and then in the middle of it there's a big lump that pokes out because because there's a root or a bit of wood or anything like that sticking through, and then at some point you tread on it and you're making a hole in the floor of your tent. Pro tip from Matt: roll up your underclothes for the next day and then have them under your pillow, so that in the morning you don't have to put on freezing clothes first thing. Lojo Max: hey Steve and everyone, hope you're all having a good evening. I am good. I am doing good. Or you do the big brain move of kicking the sticks out of the way with your feet. Yeah, that's part of the rake thing. It's a really good one. I saw something, and it was I don't know if you'd remember. It was a few years back, and it was quite muddy in the woods, and where everything was set up, we basically cleared as much as we could. So they like all the detritus on the top was all cleared, and then I remember setting a tent up. I think it was Kit's tent. We set it up, and smack bang in the middle where the ground had sunk, there was a branch that had sunk under the mud, and we had just now found it because we had put weight on it. So anything that you can do to help. But yeah, Smo's definitely right there that, yeah, just kick everything out of the way, rake everything out of the way, just clear your area before you put your tent down. Rolling the clothes up as well. I've never done that myself. I normally have a table or something so that I can set everything up. Well, I just throw everything on the table, and then I'll wake up in the morning. But I don't tend to feel the cold as much as everyone else. I'm quite fat, so I don't feel the cold as much. So it's not so much an issue. But I'll wake up in the morning and think. Another bit of advice as well: when you need a wee-wees, when you need to go whittle and stuff, make sure you have something that you can put on really quickly and really easily. Speaking as someone who hasn't really experienced it, but knows of people who have, waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning, desperate, and I mean desperate for a wee, and having to rush to the toilet. Simple trainers, pair of joggers, something like that you can just throw on and run if you have to. That's all I'm going to talk about, and that's all I'm going to say on that one. So it's a nice simple way of getting yourself sorted and getting yourself ready to be, well, basically so you don't piss yourself in that one. But if you're lucky enough to sleep close enough to the toilets, then you're grand, you're flying, you're laughing. I'm alright because my tent is generally almost pretty much opposite. Also, when going to the toilets, bring your own bog roll. You don't want to be the one to find out there's none left. Well, they have the toilet attendants now, don't they? So, and they do a pretty bang up job of making sure that those toilets are kept fully stocked. So I used to bring toilet roll all the time. I still bring it, but I don't have to take it to the toilets with me anymore, I find. So it's more of a case of if there's been an accident somewhere and that, you can then clean it all up and you're good to go. So yeah, so there's those sorts of things. Always go to the loo before bed, even if you don't think you need it. Getting out of a warm sleeping bag into the freezing cold at night is not fun. Ooh, I haven't got a beer. How rude of me. Yeah, always go and have a try. Go and have a try before bed, and it helps. Believe me, it helps. But if you've been on the sauce beforehand, you'll still wake up needing to go to the loo. Hence, easy things to put on. So for me, I have a pair of trainers. I've actually got a pair of I have a pair of flip flops as well that I'll put on, and I can run to the loo and stuff like that. And I've just realised that we've probably spent the last 5 minutes talking about going to the loo. It's got to be a first for this channel, I think. LARP Crocs. Yep, I have a pair of Crocs as well. So I do have a pair of LARP Crocs somewhere. And you do see a lot of people wearing them. Also, there's the LARP onesie. If you haven't been yet, the LARP onesie is a thing. You see a lot of people first thing on a Saturday, Sunday morning, well, Friday, Saturday, Sunday mornings, who will be walking around dressed as a unicorn, a crocodile, Pikachu, something like that. So you do get that as well. And it's great fun. And that really, really is a lot of fun to see. So where Herstal is, I have a Stitch onesie. Well, then you better be bringing it. That's all I can say. A unicorn onesie, I want one. I used to have a lion onesie, and when you put the hood on, it had the ears and the mane. It was amazing. I used to love that thing. So, yeah. So where we're camped, we see everybody walking down from the woods to come to use the toilets and stuff. So you see everybody in their onesies and like dressing gowns. I see some people with big blankets wrapped around them and stuff like that. So comfort. It's about being warm. The big thing to being warm is to being weatherproof. So we're not just talking waterproof here or anything like that. The LARP weather that we get for Empire goes from one extreme to the other. You can have the wonderful 30-degree temperature during the day where everybody is screaming at everybody to hydrate and do all of this. But you'll also then have the evenings where it can get to -2 because there's no cloud cover. So nothing to keep the heat in, and yeah, you'll freeze. So you get those sorts of extremes. We've had the weather where it has been glorious sunshine and boiling hot, and then the following day it's pissed down all day. So the MAP P weather machine is always in full force at Empire. So when people say like pack things, so like packing socks, constantly go on about fucking socks. Always pack socks, pack loads of socks. Just make sure that you're going to be British unpredictable weather. Gotta love it. Definitely, Liam. Definitely. It's about making sure that your feet are clean, dry. So when you wake up, when you go to bed, and you get into bed, there we go, Goblins and Gremlins. 13 minutes in, and we're on to socks. I know. Funnily enough, I was thinking to myself before this started, I wonder how long it'll take for me to talk about socks. I gave myself 20 minutes. How wrong I was. Sock tangent, yeah. Anvil is a different kettle of fish with weather extremes. It really is. It really is. But always making sure your feet are clean and dry is a must. It's an absolute must. I know we joke about it and we talk about it a lot, but having that sort of protection and being clean and that is a must, because the last thing that you want there is... I said jokingly to Sam that we should take a shot every time someone shouts socks, but I can see it would be a mistake. Please tell me you are doing this. Sam, tell me you're doing this. Because I promise you I can say socks every 2 minutes. Socks. Spam socks, everybody. Hi, Abby. So I think that's because the last thing we want is things like I hope everybody heard that. You're fucking right. I don't fancy an ambulance ride and a pump. Well, socks have been mentioned a lot so far, man. So, you know, just saying. This is on you. Oh, I don't think I had the audio turned on for it. Oh well. Hence I've seen the error of my ways. Sealskins. Oh damn.
Socks, 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 socks.
Love it. Love it. It's still going. Look at that. That's impressive. Yeah, the guy really got fed up at the end. Yeah, it did. Yeah. But we joke about it a lot. We say that we talk about socks, but make sure your feet are clean and dry when you go to bed. They're clean and dry every time you put your boots on. Carrier bags and stuff like that. Yeah, wellies, 2 pairs of socks, a pair of socks, carrier bag, another pair of socks, then your new boots and stuff like that. All of these things will help you out. They are good things. Sealskin socks, really good. Anything to make it waterproof. And that as well. So they are, yeah, really, really good. Something else as well, because it's something that it's occurred to me. It's taken me back a while. Can anyone recommend a decent pair of boots for the event? Go to Army Surplus, to be honest, man. You look for pair of grade 1, grade 2 or new boots. There are no boots, only socks. And you'll be fine. To be honest, Liam, I'm more than happy to chuck you a few links to some decent places, and that'll help you out. You can get hold of some decent boots. All right, mate. So yes, I mean that's the basic there. Another thing as well is baby wipes. There's no easy way to talk about this. There's no easy way to make sure that you are clean in certain areas. But believe me, there is nothing better that banging's come back. I think it's Helen doing exercises. Yes, must be. Soap and water is also available. Just bring Andrex wipes. Yes, make sure your bollocks are clean, lads. And ladies as well. It's nothing better than having a baby wipe to give yourself. The gods are talking to Steve. Yes. I don't wash my face. Sorry, Sam. So I don't know what you're talking about. Baby wipes and makeup wipes, the most important LARP gear you could ever buy. Funny enough, I discovered makeup wipes because I wear so much fucking makeup at Empire. Smo's bollocks are squeaky clean though, so it's better than mine at an event, that's for sure. Ben, you've missed the socks, mate. The banging is the ghost of lost LARP socks. Yes. I thought he was looking up at a high presence of forgiving of the sin you're about to speak. Yeah. So, not joking. This is it's quite a thing. It's give yourself a clean in all of the places, just to keep yourself fresh, because there's nothing worse than stinking. And keep yourself clean. It's going to protect you from infection. You know, that sort of shit. So I shower at a LARP. I bring shower gel, waterless wash foam, shampoo and conditioner, face wash, moisturiser, the lot. I don't shower at events. I might have to start. I can recommend Mitchum. So it's a basic thing. Just keep yourself clean in those. So that's that sort of point. So just, yeah, all over. Spare underwear. If you get soaked, you don't want to have a soggy bottom all day. Yeah, as Joe said, there are showers at the event. They are very, very good showers as well. It's probably the most unhelpful room at Empire. The showers are really nice. Use them. Yeah, the showers are really, really good. I've never used them. I have been in them to help someone to them, but I've never used them, and they are really, really nice. So, yeah, they're quite new as well. They installed an entire new block there, so they are wonderful. So it's, yeah, definitely worth doing. Get there early enough in the morning as well, and nice warm water, proper shower to come out. You can see the people who have had a shower because they're all rosy and everything when they walk away. So yeah, definitely have a shower if you can. If you don't want to, it's up to you. It's your body. It's your preference. But baby wipes, that's all I do, because it's just my preference at the end of the day. And then I love to get home from Empire and have a nice big hot bath and just lie there in my own filth. Essentially, that's what it is. But yeah, the rest of us have to put up with those that embrace the grot. So yeah, I embrace my grot and I'm quite happy with it. We all do it. So yeah, it's for me, there's nothing nicer than that. Other things for comfort as well. I find keeping a towel. I bring 2 towels to Empire with me. I'll have one on a table or a raised surface in the tent, and I'll leave one on the bed, so that when I sit down, I'm able to, if I'm wet in anywhere, I can clean it off, I can dry myself off, and it keeps me going. And then on the final day, I have that nice clean towel there, so I get rid of any mud or anything like that. For those of us that wear contacts, it is possible to get clean hands in a field with a little bowl and a travel kettle for warm water. Yeah, there are water taps in the field that you can use. A fair few people bring kettles with them as well. So I'm sure people won't be adverse to saying yes, you can have some hot water and stuff as well. So there's a lot of stuff like that. Yeah, it's drinkable as well. So hydration is always a must when you're in the field, that's for sure. Okay, so there's things like that. I have seen people on occasion with doormats out for outside their tents, so that when you come along, give your feet a bit of a brush off before you step in. And a lot of people do say, take your boots off, take your shoes off before you step into the tent too. If you are bringing things like a stove to an event, make sure you know the capabilities of how to use it, install it, set it up, and do all of that. Because you have a portable step and welly remover. Oh, that's awesome. I always bring a large doormat for the Geiger tent. This is probably just a general camping thing, but a hot drink at the start of a cold morning is just bliss. It really is. Don't set the tent on fire with it. We put doormats inside the tent entrance and outside as well. It's all good ideas. A monoxide alarm is always sensible. Yep. As is good ventilation if you have a stove inside. There was someone who will remain nameless in Wintermark. Yeah, I'd always worried that my boots are lace up and I often need to sit to get them on and off. Always know where the nearest sand bucket is. Yep, very, very good advice. There's someone who cooks twice an event. Make sure you got everything you need: chopping board, knife, dishcloth. You can grab food on the way if you need to. Also, shoehorns are OP. Were they called Wolfric? No, they weren't called Wolfric. But basically, in their nice brand new tent, they had bought a brand new stove to go in it as well. I can hear talking going on outside. Don't know what it is. Anyway, they had this brilliant stove. It is the gods. They had this wonderful stove set up. And this... I know that's the worrying thing, Smo. Only I can hear them. It's like happy all over again. So they had this brilliant cast iron stove. Now, the thing about heat is when the stove was going is that everything heats up. Yeah? They didn't think of this. Can I smell toast as well? No, Dawn, I cannot smell toast. I'm not having a stroke. Thank you, though. And after the first time, they set it all up, and you could smell that the floor... Sorry, they could smell that the floor was melting. You could smell... They could smell... Oh, for fuck's sake. They could smell... melting plastic from the 10th floor. So they had to rush to get that sorted, and then they put some mats on it. Yes, Freudian slip. And then they had to get mats to put down on it as well, and it melted the mats too. And then they had to find some stone slabs to put on it. So they put the mats down, then the stone slabs down, and then the stove went on the stone slabs to get it all working properly, so it wasn't melting everything. It was a bad event for that tent. It really was. If you are cooking, pre-cut everything you can at home. Saves time and effort while cooking. Yeah, Helen made a stew. I think it was a stew and a curry for use on that said stove. That definitely wasn't me who melted everything. I will say that. But yeah, if I manage to get Smith back on for another stream, please ask him about it, because he loves to talk about it. I'll bring a paving slab for any fires we set up. We don't. Not cooking related. We don't bring a paving slab because the fire pits that we have are pretty decent anyway. So we're in a pretty good spot, but we've got a couple of paving slabs now for the stove in Hursthall. So not cooking related, but we all know an orc who vomited in their bed. Bringing kitchen roll extra towels to clean up in case Thursday or Friday night gets too heavy is always a good shout. Yeah, definitely. I bring a pack of 4 baby wipes. I bring 2 towels with me as well. So that's just us covered. But I'm not really a vomiter. But for anyone else, and that there's plenty of things that you can do to help people clean up after themselves. Not to name any names, but there are people out there who are a massive chundercat. They know who they are. Also, make sure if you have a stove that you use the right fuel. Know a few people who had tent stoves for bell tents and put coal in them and damaged the tents. Stoves and melted the protective mat and sleeve. Yeah. Chundercats. I believe it's a red hand problem. We had no, we don't use coal in ours. We don't use coal. So but no, we spent a fortune on our stove. It's really, really good. So, but yeah, a lot of it comes down to common sense, I find. I think having a simple look at what the weather's going to be like, as well, a random one, I always hear stories about if you have a new tent, 100% set it up before you go to an event. Don't want to get there and find out you only purchased an awning. Oh, that's a horror story, that. No such thing as common sense. Most intense stoves are wood burning, but some people add charcoal coal, which is incredibly dangerous. Yeah, it raises the temperature massively. No, we've only ever used wood, so so we're good at that. And the awning, we're pretty good with ours. So evening all, sorry I'm late. We'll be back and forth, but keep streaming on with volume turned on. Excellent stuff. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you can do. Common sense would dictate check out the weather prepare and plan for the worst. I will learn to speak English at one point. So if it says it's going to be light rain, prepare for an absolute horrific downpour. Because you find that with a lot of tents, lies, Steve, yeah. You'll find that a lot of the tents in the field, when it rains that heavily, there's always a part of it which will store the water. And you find that you're always pushing it out. So keeping on top of that and making sure the tents are put up nice and, well, properly at the end of the day, so that you don't get that much bowing in them. You won't get the won't get pools of water forming and stuff like that. The other thing as well that I've noticed that does happen a lot is everyone in that field helps. So if you see someone struggling to do something, go and give them a hand. Redo the ropes too. Make sure everything is nice and tight. Have you, Steve, or anyone you know, got a meal ticket from Moorish? Is it worth it if people don't want to feed themselves? John, I believe, gets a meal ticket from Moorish, and he loves it. Yes, there we go. He absolutely loves it. I like to cook breakfast for myself. I bring food for breakfast so I can just get out, chuck the fire pit on, and then just sit there. Put the kettle on, have a cup of coffee, cup of tea, whatever you want, and I can just sit there, put some bacon on, grab a roll, and that's it. So after 3 or 4 bacon rolls, you're set. But yeah, Moorish do a really good breakfast. So John absolutely loves it. So if you don't want to cook for yourself and worry about food, Moorish meal ticket is worth it. They do drinks as well. I will say, bring some stuff like Lucozade, bottles of Lucozade, and breakfast bars, cereal bars, stuff like that. Something that you can get up, or during the day, if you're a bit peckish, you can just go num 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 num. So yeah, snack pouches are big and clever, definitely. So Moorish Christmas pudding porridge. Oh, I didn't know they did that. Oh, see, that's just changed my entire belief system. Oh, that's wrong. I will always say that leftover chili is good, just not as portable. Yeah, I will say, if you get a chance to have Sam's chili, do it. It's so good. How much is the meal ticket, John? Being asked. Generally check out the guide ropes of your tent throughout the event. Passers-by and wind can pull them up. Yeah, I've fallen over so many guide ropes. It's unbelievable when it does pull them up. It's about £5 a meal, so it's like 45 quid. It is worth it. Looking forward to exchanging stews for chili. Oh, I do love a good stew. So I would recommend, having something that you can just, if you are hungry, thirsty, or anything like that, just so you can just go into your tent, grab it, and chomp down on it, drink it, something like that. So first thing in the morning, it's like having a couple of the 2-litre bottles of water. Absolute godsend. They really, really are. And I can't. You need those in your life. Or even if you're bringing your own water bottle when you go off to the tap to get some water, just have something in your system when you wake up. Because believe me, that's it all helps. We camp in the woods where there is a premium on space, so guy ropes need to be as short as possible, which also reduces the chance of people tripping. Yeah, there are places in the field. I won't name which nation they're part of, but Dawn, Helen has fallen over them. I've seen so many people fall over them. They can be pretty brutal. So check your guy ropes. Try to make them short. Helps the camp planners out as well. The meal ticket is good because you can choose how many meals you want. Works at £5 a meal. Prices might raise in the future. Usual meal prices are like 7 to 8 quid. That includes the Thursday though, so less if you start Friday. I've gotten into the habit of carrying a pouch of nuts, trail mix, dried fruit, just so I can at least have something. That's a great idea. Never thought of doing that. I tend to pick up like Tesco's or Sainsbury's own brand cereal bars, and I'll buy like 3 boxes of them, just so then I've got something there. In regards to tents, invest in good tent pegs. Most tents come with cheap pegs. Yes, definitely. There are, I'd always say like storm pegs, something something like having a storm peg, something like that, that's going to be a lot more solid, that's not going to fall out, because you get the tiny little spindly ones that when you put in they turn and they're just crap. Yeah, replace your pegs. The hot drinks ticket is also good between events, and you can use your own tankard. Yeah, I think we talked about that last time, and that was fantastic. That worked really, really well. What was it? Sam said chocolate raisins. No. See, Sam, Smo speaks sense when it comes to you two. So, please eat proper foods and not just chocolate. Yes. I won't name. I've got another story. Apologies. You're dead to me. Oh man. There is a group that I know of, and they turned up, and all they bought to their, I think it was their second event, they bought alcohol and chocolate. That was it. I bumped into them on the Saturday afternoon. They were not well. They were not doing well. How do you put this politely? Oh, I'm not polite. They had the shits so bad. They spent most of Saturday running back and forth to the toilet. It was bad. But that was purely down to their diet. So having something wheat based, bready, something like that, massive, really, really does help. So, pocket carrot. I've heard of pocket carrots. Who was talking about pocket carrot? Oh, excuse me, hiccups. Oh yeah, pocket carrots. I remember my first event. I forgot the sleeping bag and bought extra Jaffa cakes to compensate. Don't do it, kids. Really, really don't do it. Alright, let's scroll back a bit. No, let's just catch up. Make sure your tension is on your guy ropes are not sloppy plastic. Yep. Tom used to get garden lights to wrap around the edges of our guy ropes. Yeah, you can go into Poundland and get the little solar powered lamps as well. And I've seen a lot of people put them next to their tent pegs, so that the people can light them up. So that you're not going to hurt yourself. It's also worth doing when you're in battle. Having something to eat while drinking water helps your body absorb it faster for better hydration. Also gives some sugar mid-fight. Yep. Definitely, that's good advice. They were solar powered, so they would light up at night and you could see where they were in the dark. Rebar tent pegs are what I use. And, you make them. That's a nice... Drop that one in there, Chris. Well done. How much do you sell them for, bud? Because there might be some interest. They are very good. Yeah, the rebar tent pegs are very, very good. My friend and I are thinking of putting a bowl of fruit with a prosperity box outside our IC tent next Advent. That's a good idea. I think people will pick up on that as well, because you do see people out there who, if someone looks like they're struggling, will say, have you had enough to eat? Have you had enough to drink? And they do help. Not enough fruit and veg eaten previously, so we want to help everyone. Yeah, I'm liking the idea of pocket carrots. So they sound really appealing. Dried banana, best snack food. Yeah, pocket carrots. Morris do a lovely set of pasta dishes too. And I have far too often just gone in at lunchtime and been like, give me as many nuggets as a stamp will allow. What you like? Pocket carrots. Wet wipes for the win. At one event I had a series of pouches, one of roasted nuts, one of Bombay mix, one of dried fruit, and one of raspberry bonbons. Didn't go hungry, but also kept having people come to me whenever we had a mid-fight breather for snacks. Pocket carrots. Love it. Pocket carrots and dried strawberries. Yeah, Moorish barbecue pasta. Got that at the perfect time on event. I usually have at least 2 pockets of either mixed fruit and nuts or another of sweets and a clip-on of water bottle. £1 a peg, and I deliver to events, so no postage and packaging. Currently, still prices allowing. Excellent. That's awesome. I will have some of them, man, because they're just useful. Bowl full of chicken nuggets. Yeah. Moorish is great, but the bread bowls are also divine. You can't beat a trencher. In my eyes, you can't beat a trencher. Where's Dal? Why, do you need healing? No, I want bonbons. Very fuzzy. Can we get a shout out for the diversity of food at events? Trenchers have become legendary and the wraps are fantastic. Funny enough, that's exactly what I was about to touch on. I swear by trenchers. I make trenchers at home now. I love them to pieces. There's also the Taste of Africa. It's amazing. You have the burrito place. You have the vegan pizza place. There's so much. The food at Empire now is incredible. And I remember. See, I don't know if Matt, if you remember Feast. Feast was the tent that was just. It was the size of the monster tent, and it was a greasy spoon. It was just a greasy spoon. It was so good. I loved it there. So you'd walk in and go, right, can I have... there's like a set meal for £3.50. And Feast was amazing. Definitely. Oh, the Bratwurst van. How could I forget the Bratwurst van? That was awesome. I'll throw details up in Discord. Nice. There's a tea place, a noodle stand. Sam just said the words, we should try that vegan pizza place, and I am shook. Yeah, I think I'm a massive carnivore, and I've even had a vegan pizza. It wasn't bad at all. I just had, vegan cheese on it, so how could Steve forget the big floppy sausage? I know, right? The trenches are amazing, and the Bratwurst bar is my first stop post-monstering every event. I love the trencher place. I went in and I will always have their breakfast one, but they also do a pulled pork trencher as well. Oh my Ron, so good. I am so hungry. Nothing better than gobbling. Ooh.
Food, glorious food.
Definitely. Do they allow pineapple on the pizza? No, because they're not Philistines. Because everyone knows pineapple on pizza is wrong. It's disgusting. We're not having this argument on the chat in the stream, but it's rude, and now you are also dead to me. Oh man. Oh, bread and butter pudding as well. Oh, so good. I'm so hungry. However, you have to wait till a certain time when they start after they start serving to make them. Yes. Yeah, the place did mean nachos for $1.50. Ban the pineapple deviants. Pineapple on pizza is wrong. Didn't know the theme of the stream was bad opinions about pizza. Yeah. Pineapple on pizza is fine. Eat the pineapple first, then eat the pizza. Best of both. Nah, I just can't stand pineapple. Pineapple on pizza is god tier, and if you'll disagree, that's fine, but keep your negative opinions away from my stomach. Oh, wow. Anchovies. No, we're not. No, let's talk about pizza here. So we've discussed. That's the diversity of food at Empire. There, it is so good. But we're not even talking about when you walk past people and you see them cooking. There used to be a place in the Navarre, and they would sit down and they'd have the proper grill and everything set up. And I remember walking past them and they were having a proper full English. And there was like 7 of them sat there with these full plates and a nice pile of food on it, and there was still loads left. So I was able to go off, get a couple of rolls and a plate, come back, and I had bacon, egg, and sausages in 2 rolls, and that was my breakfast because they had spare food. It was amazing. Eggplant and broccoli pizza. After the fucking cheese. Oh man. I'm just not going to read anything out about pineapple pizza now. Oh man, we'll have. That's strange. Did the stream just restart for everybody? Because it's just come up with welcome to the chat room for me. Oh, there we go. So the hermits can go off and have their pineapple pizza. Then Helen loves it as well. So does Em. I've missed loads of chat there, but I think it's all about pineapple pizza, so I'm going to ignore it. Someone on the field walks around selling sausage rolls and they always get my money. Made a beef stew, gammon stew, vegetarian stew last event. Had enough to fill my striding 12 people and 8 randomers who happened to be walking by. See, my favourite thing that's ever happened with food, Smo, put your fingers in Sam's ears, because we don't need to make his head bigger, was before an event I buggered my back up, and I got there and Sam came waltzing over with a bowl of chili for me. It was wonderful. Really made me feel better. It was so good. Yeah, it was one of the nicest things ever. So yeah, you can take the fingers out of his ears now. Fucking pineapple. Yes, and now sharing food. And thank you, Sam. Anyone else lost? Now sharing food is now on Breathe for the Navarre as part of the Hearth Magic, and that's amazing. And I mean, considering the size of me, and then I left the Navarre to go to Wintermark, and now all the Navarre are about, oh, let's share food with each other because Steve's not here to eat it. Bastards. That's all I can say. Bastards. I'm so hungry. Back in Fell's younger years, when I actually spent time in the York camp, I cooked a rabbit in one of the fire pits. Icy food is superb if you have the time to cook. Funnily enough, I was talking to Helen about doing this. I want to get stuff like that, and I would love to be able to cook stuff like that in character and sit down and have the time to do it, because in character food, if it's when it's done properly, it's incredible. And correct me if you think I'm wrong, but if you are walking through, say you're walking through the Navarre, or you're walking around the Orc camp, any of the camps, any of the nations, would there be anything better than stopping and then all you can smell is something cooking on the fire? So like Matt says, if you're cooking rabbit or making a stew or anything like that, and you've got all the bits there and you're putting it all in yourself, is there anything better than that? Could you think of anything more to boost your immersion in a game? If you walk around at lunchtime and all you get is the smell of all of this food in the air, where everybody at there is at their own campfire making their own food. It's incredible. So good. I'd love to do that. Steve, what's your view on good camp beds? I have a few. Obviously I've got an opinion. Um, there are camp beds which are the wooden ones where you get the rope in them and they're nice and supportive and stuff like that. Really authentic travel beds. Really, really comfortable as long as you've got something nice to chuck onto them to be comfortable with. Then, I mean, I'm always in favour because I can sleep. I could sleep anywhere when I'm outside. You know the song, that song about the Scotsman sleeping beside the street. I think that was about me. Apart from the ribbon bit, because it's just really small. But yeah, so I like a good old sleeping bag and just a couple of blankets, and I'm set. Um, there are the metal camp beds. Anything to keep you off the floor, essentially, I think is good. My thing is that if you are getting anything like this, make sure you're comfortable. That's the big one, and also make sure that the sleeping bag that you have. I will always recommend maggots. If you're gonna get a sleeping bag, get a maggot. So yeah, that's the one, Dow. That's the one. Oh, see, I've got two chats going on. So I've got the one on the stream and the one on the program. So I've got to catch up again. Oh, I might have just refreshed. Yeah, it could have done. Pasta over pizza any day, I'm afraid. I do like a good pasta. So I like a good carbonara, me. We made super mega burger with all the topping while slightly drunk. It was amazing. I do midnight sausages, I will say. I make midnight sausages. So if you are ever around me and a campfire at around midnight, you'll see a loaf of bread is brought out and a packet of sausages in a frying pan. It goes on the fire. All the sausages are poured in, and then when they're cooked, they just get passed around whoever is around that fire. Yep, Steve's midnight sausage. It has become a thing of legend. It gets asked about quite a lot. It's great. No one giggles because everyone's getting food. It's not. I wish it was a euphemism. I wish it was Smo, but unfortunately it's not. So are we forgetting Varushkan hospitality? See, we touched on Varushkan hospitality when I had a chat with Pete, and the Varushkans are amazing. I've developed a love for Varushka, I must admit. But I like the fact that all the nations have some form of hospitality. So wherever you go, you will be looked after, and it's great. And it's really, really good for encouraging new players, and I can't fault it. Right, let's keep on scrolling down. Keep on scrolling down. Jerky is a good snack. Yes, literally, we will feed you in Varushka, definitely. We hope to get a proper fire pit set up for doing big food servings for multiple people. Smo, is that you and Sam for the fire pit? Because potentially, because in Hurst Hall, I think we have 4 fire pits. We don't need 4 fire pits, so we might be able to offload one, and they've all only been used once as well. Potentially, I'll let you know. I'll have a chat with Smith and Chris. Kai made it. Excellent. Jacket potatoes. Thornish pasties. Oh my god. I'd love a little awning in the York camp for hermits to gather for tea and some warm stew or something. We have a spare awning. So potentially we could get something like that set up, and you could have a little hermits meeting under the awning somewhere with knitting and tea and pineapple or something like that. I see tea houses in Wintermark, Varushka and Navarre. I love the tea houses. You can get packed lunches from... Oh yeah, Rosemary does pack lunches for people as well. Not that this is a weighted question. I've missed the question, hun. Oh, Dan's. Um, I want to make warrior pie, basically a minced stew and a hollowed out jacket potato. That sounds amazing. I think the tea place next to the 2 feet made a. Are we starting this again? Are we? I think the tea place next to the 2 feet made a chicken cooking over an open fire at a recent event. I'm currently looking at getting some self-inflating mattresses and building a collapsible wooden bed around them. That's a good idea. Every summer the Orcs have a barbecue, a big old bring and share affair, cooked by the infamous Iron Chef. One of the Senecas in Scarsind is the Great Herd. The Orcs have a cull and bring them to Anvil to feast on. I'd be well up for that. We have a incredible butcher in Eastleigh. He's fantastic. And the sausages and all of the meat that he has there, I tell you what, I would bring that. Just, yeah. You'd have to let us know when that is, and I will bring a load of stuff for that. Camping pads are always a pain in the arse when you're at all. Seeing Stephen Scotsman, seeing on the Stratton build. I wonder if it's true what they don't wear beneath their kilt. That's the one. I loathe their mattresses. They're not for everyone. I know people who have bad backs, so they can't sleep on an airbed. So, midnight sausages. Oh, I'm slowly catching up. Bringing pre-cooked food that only needs to be reheated is the best camping strategy. It lets you bring complex dishes like chili, casseroles, etc. without having to worry about prep at the campsite. Definitely. I think we found that when Helen did all the prep for a couple of meals and just had to chuck it in the stove, it worked amazingly well. That'd be mighty generous. Yeah, I will chuck him a message and I'll find out what we've got. We would potentially be interested in a fire pit. It also depends on the camping situation next event because we're currently split between the 2 camps. Well, I'll ask the question and I'll see what we can do. Is canned food considered icy, taking off colourful labels, or would it be best to hide them? It's food. To be honest, I don't think anyone's going to bat an eyelid.
Yay for Hermit Club.
Yay for Hermit Club. You're eating, it's food. I don't think anyone's going to really care. I have seen people who have got a tin of beans and sausages, and they've put it in a fire pit. They've just put it next to the fire pit to let it heat up. And that's worked really, really well. Steve's plan for kidnapping Sam and Smo is a go. Didn't want to say anything. Take a number. Steve's plan for kidnapping us. Sploosh. Sploosh indeed. Kidnapping us will only work if he plans to join the Orcs. I literally have about 2 walk backups. Oh man, Smo is the hermit host. 87. Jeez, 9,000. Holy shit. 9,100. Holy
it's
shit.
Over 9,000.
Holy shitballs. This is amazing. I wasn't expecting us to get so close to a 10. Like, within, like a week and a bit. And 22.8%. So we're practically a quarter of the way there already. So hopefully, hopefully then when we get this, we can get this tent and we can have a big thing about finding someone to give it to or give it away to and stuff. Oh, 7 meter tent.
Choo.
8,800, 800, 1,000, sploosh. Hi, Future Steve, we're at 9,000. My God, it's over 9,000. Hype train, level 1. 3 minutes 50, people, to get it up to a level 2. Come on, everyone, let's break Steve again. 20 the last bits I have. Bloody hell. Oh, there we go.
I give you all my bits, take them and do with them as you wish.
Oh, Dan, you're a legend.
Love you 9000.
Awesome. Oh, so close. Yeah, there's a huge 7-meter tent on Clutterbuys on Facebook for like 500 quid if anyone's in the market. I think that's going to be too big. I think because I'm only looking at a 4-meter.
Choo choo choo, ooh, come and do bit conga.
My word. I think a 4-meter, brand new 4-meter tent is going to be enough. 9,876 bits, so nearly at 10,000. Jeez, I'm tempted, but I shouldn't be. I already have 2 4-meter bell tents. So, yeah, completely throw me off. £4 is perfect for 4-meter is perfect for 2 tall people with lots of kit and a cooking setup. Would easily fit 3 to 4 people to sleep in without as much kit. Definitely, it's the Samba now since she released the Brazilian album. It's alright, Smo. We knew what you meant. We use a 7-meter bell tent as an IC bar. They are huge. Hurst Hall have a 7-meter bell tent that we use as our hall tent. They are incredible. Oh my word. 99.77. 23 away. Yeah, for Ems, we'd probably always sleep OC, but one day if I got a tent, I'd have it as a chill out social space. Ah, my God. That's 100 quid in bits. I don't know if people have realised that. That's 100 quid of bits. So that's. Though I love that you put it 1 over. Yeah, I do as well. That's amazing. That's amazing. I don't know if anybody ever. I mean, I didn't think we'd ever do this, but I never thought I never thought this channel would get anywhere. So, but it's amazing. I'm really proud of everyone. So yeah. So hopefully then, it won't take us too long, and with all the subs and everything, yeah, we'll be able to give someone a brand new 4-meter bell tent. Is the plan for the 7-meter tent still to attach everyone's tent to it and make it a central living room? Yes, that is the plan. Love you, Steve. Thank you, Ben. Love you too, mate. That's been fantastic. I hope you like the mead as well, Ben. I really do. So, yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, so that was a massive tangent there. Yeah, I don't know what we're talking about anymore. Yes, have you tried the mead, Ben? Let us know. We missed the train. Oh, it doesn't matter. Less of a Hearst Hall, more of a Hearst complex. That's the plan. We want to build. It's one of the things I will say that makes things comfy as well at LARP is knowing that the people that you are with are all of the same sort of mindset, and you can sit down with them and chill and chat. I think for me, this is why groups are so important. So when I started, and I was, well, obviously with the 2 feet mainly, it was really, really important having those people that you know and you can lean on and you can trust. I mean, the good thing about this channel now has become, if anybody is struggling, they are able to look out for everybody. They can reach out to people, and they're going to be able to go and sit down, have a drink, and have a midnight sausage, if you will. That tangent was 2 Steves long. Yes, it was, Abby. It was 2 Steves long. The rhubarb bottle is in the fridge chilling now. Gonna crack it out tomorrow once we've slept for more than 3 hours. Don't blame you. I do not blame you at all. I'm on a bit of on a more personal level, like I should say, I am not doing very well health wise. So I have approached someone who does fitness and food and stuff like that. So from Monday, I will be on a massive health kick and trying to lose a lot of weight because I am not healthy, shall we say, as I drink a bit of beer. So, Dino Wookie gets in. Smo and Waffle have been gifted 2 subs. That's awesome. Yeah, so this community is amazing for support. Cheers, Dan. Thanks for that. I've forgotten that was the GIF for that. Thankfully, Smith has said it's all right for me to use it, so that's fine. Had my blood pressure taken the other day to check I'm not dying, and the nurse was concerned it was high. It was high because I just walked up a flight of stairs. I feel you. I'm really fat, and I'm not healthy, and so it means that like mental health then drops, and everything around you just becomes bad. So, chatting to him today, and he's literally said to me, he goes, we'll start on Monday, have a weekend, start on Monday, and we can get you all sorted. So, Jim Bob, if you or anyone else needs any help with anything, I'm always here to talk if you need it. Spaceship you, easier to prime the physical. So I think I think the fitness thing has helped a lot of people. Which is good. That time in Japan when they took a blood sample, I nearly fainted, and then they did my blood pressure and were worried about how low it was. Blimey. So yeah, so any support and anything like that, it's going to be good. And this is the great thing about this community, is that everybody will be future you will be grateful for current you's pain. Oh, definitely, Smo. I agree with you. That it's getting there. That's the problem. I need to start working out properly. I'm quite a big guy, and I've had issues with my knee. That I had soft tissue damage, so I can relate with wanting to work out.
I hadn't heard the plan to make a central living room out of the tent. I'm in full support of this idea.
I think Dan hit the nail on the head there. Holy shite. Fuck me, Kai. Are you sure, mate? That's 100 quid, bud. Are you absolutely sure? That's a lot of money, and okay, let me know if you want it back, because that is a lot. And alright, yeah, that's a lot, man. And okay. Jesus Christ, Kai. You broke Steve. Oh, man. So we're halfway there. Fucking hell. That's a big old jump there. Steve down, definitely. Steve is down. Fucking hell. Lauren, I was saying let's get it to 25%. Holy crap balls. That's amazing. I hope someone clipped that. Yeah, I'm broken. Jesus. See, yeah, I just don't know what to say anymore. I'm stumped. I'm gone. Just gone. That's so, yeah. I'm just stumped. I'm gone. Fuck off. You're all crying, not me. Yeah, it's what it is. Keep me running is. Thank you, Smo. Can the text for it be Steve down? Yeah, it's what it is. Keeps me running. Running is to one day not be the chubby slow guy, but the large guy who can keep up with you in heavy armor. Yeah. I mean, this is why Sammo Hung is an inspiration. Chunky but funky and can still kick 7 shades. I'll drop the link in the Discord. Smo, you're amazing. Thank you. Okay, now. So we're halfway there. The goal, it will keep on going until we've got the tent, and then we'll sit down and we'll decide what we're gonna do. The Hefty Fam is the place to be. It definitely is. I'm still gobsmacked. I'm never normally at a loss for words, and for those who know me in the field or anything like that, I'm really not at a loss for words. But holy fuck, Kai. Yeah, just not expecting that at all. But I think this goes to show the. Shut up, Dan. I'm not fucking doing it, prick. I think this goes to show how good this community is. How he's broke. I'm definitely broken. I really am. I'm incredibly humbled. I'm incredibly humbled. This is amazing. Who would have thought, what was it, 9 months ago now? 8 months ago when this all started that I don't have bits, but let me know if you still need money come payday for the tent. Would it be easier if I chucked a total in the Discord? If I did a channel just so no one can comment in it apart from me, and I could just say we're here for whatever goal we're going for at the time. Yeah, I think I'll do that. The song Conga by Gloria Estefan was re-recorded by her as samba for her Brazilian fusion album. Gloria Estefan has done a Brazilian fusion album. My God. Yeah, Chris. Yeah, I have a Patreon as well, and that all goes to this. I mean, the Patreon who just had has paid for. Oh, I should show you this. Oh, no, it's not gonna. You're not gonna see it. So, okay. Ignore the bit. There you go. There it is. It's very wonderful. The wonderful new mic, which has been paid for. So it's all, it's absolutely fantastic. So, yeah, really, really nice. Really, really pleased with it. So yeah. So I mean, the Patreon is there to help all of that on first LARP video on YouTube, the 21st of August. I don't count that, man. There are a few that from way, way back that I definitely don't count because it's just pictures, it's just crap audio. So, no. Can only do one-off payments. That's fine. That's fine, Chris. You can... There is, on Twitch, if you go into About, there is a donate button down there as well. So, you just give whatever you want. It's all good, man. I forgot what I was saying. But, yeah. So, I don't count those really, really early ones because we didn't have the Hefty Fam. That wasn't what was going on and all of that at the time. But now, so in the current run where I've been doing it 3 days a week for however long, it's that run. That's when the first one is. So I believe that was April. So we're going from there, and we're at like 95 LARP videos, I think, roughly, give or take. But holy shit, Kai, what have you done, man? That's awesome. I can't stop staring at it. 20,001 bits. Jeez. When we've done the tent, what are we doing next? What's the next one? What are we going for after that? What do people think? What can we do? Abby, are you both excited and twitching at the one? A tent heater. Doing anything special for the 100th video? Indoor fireworks, full suit of plate, permanent site for a handball, tickets, an igloo, outdoor area, personalised fire pit and seating. I'm trying so hard not to. Oh, an igloo, I like that. We could, yeah, it's going to be what people need. Steve masks for all, a hefty fan banner. Even another tent would be good. Goal, good goal there. They're over 200 good. We could look to a pony. Oh, Dan wants a pony. We could have a look at getting like some 3-meter ones. Monstering mask for newbies. We could look at getting a bulk order of orc masks. That might be a good one. A measuring tape marked in Steve's. Camp bed, sleeping bag, chair type bundle. That's a good idea, Pete. That's a good shout. Heftycon event. We're looking at the campsites already, mate. They're already in the meeting channel. The meetup one. Something that we wouldn't be able to afford. Don't mention the hefty fan banner. Oh, an Emperor tent. Yeah, an Emperor tent would be wonderful. So it's just a lot now of me just thinking, oh, what could we all do? What's out there? Because I mean, I think we're shown that we are able to do it. We've shown that we're, as a community, we all do stuff, we all stick together and all of this. So it's a chain shirt for someone, a possible commission for a community member. That's a good idea. There's, I do remember I spoke to Matt about doing a chainmail commission through Armchair Armories. They are not cheap, really not cheap. So potentially one day, yeah, I'd suggest alternate between one big thing for one person and something we can get in bulk to benefit a bunch. A dinner date with Matt P. I reckon, you know, if I turned around to Matt and I said, if we donated a 6x4 Emperor tent would run about 800 quid. So perhaps we look at 6x4. So perhaps if we looked at a couple of smaller things and then we'll do another big thing. Jeez, that works so well. Yeah, a bulk orc mask could be good. A hefty. We won't be able to do a hefty EMU. Yeah, it is all going to boil down to what people can have, store, look after, because it's going to be pointless me saying to someone, here, have a 7-meter bell tent. I know you don't drive. I know you live in a 1-bedroom flat with your partner and you don't have any room, but please store this 7-meter bell tent. It wouldn't work. We can't do that. So, yeah, Smo's right. I think that we need to look at it, and when we do giveaways and stuff like that, we tailor it. So we can say, please only enter if you can actually look after it as well. A war rhino, that'd be amazing. Pouches and armor, boots, weapons are always good. Yep. A couple of small, then a big will work best. I think it'll keep things ticking over in the community, receiving gifts. Well, I'm going to do the monthly things anyway. For the people who are subscribers and Patreons will win, in with a chance of winning a bigger thing. And if you're neither and you just watch, then that you're still part of the hefty fams. If you're still in with a chance of winning something, but a bit smaller. What about kit parts and accessories? Might be a bit pricey, but good. For example, a piece from Chow's Emporium, gift vouchers to these places. People can get what they want then. Awnings, a flat canvas, as small as a store, but good bad weather coverage. Socks. Yeah, sealskins. Sealskins for everybody. Yeah, vouchers will probably be a good idea. So here, have a 50 quid voucher for Chows. Here, have a 50 quid voucher for Darkblade. That would be a good idea. Custom Steve socks. Yeah, socks with my face on them. Oh, so cruel. So cruel. Oh, man. Hefty Yay socks. Well, there is Redbubble. I think there are socks on there, I'm not too sure. Also wonder if you could get a mass order of like basic swords done cheap en masse. Yeah. I came across a company who do thermal base layers for insane amounts of money. Like 80 quid for a shirt. Jesus. As people can often get soft kit, but the weapons are a cost. That might be an interesting one. I could have a chat with Rob Burden, because he makes it all, and I could have a chat with him and see what he could do, and then all of a sudden 10, 20 people within the Hefty fam could have a brand new sword. How's that sound for one to do as well? Smo said tickets as well. Tickets are they're always on my horizon. Yeah, so I think that these are all great ideas. Really, really good ideas. So yeah, I'm still stunned. I'm still in shock. I think kit in general would be good. I've no idea. Didn't buy any. Made from wool though, so probably. Meal tickets and hot drink tickets are a good shout too. Yeah, that could be something quite nice. We could pay for an event for someone who we know is really struggling. Make it even. Thank you, Pandora. How about this for an idea? If we know of someone who wants to go to an event, but they just can't afford to come to the event, and they say, I can't afford to feed them. No. Stug. Wow. Yeah. So how about then if we were then able to pay for someone to come to an event and feed and get them a Moorish voucher as well, so they'd have food and all this sort of stuff. How would that sound? Would that be something? Because that's someone within the community who is they may be struggling for anything, and then we can help them out in that way. That could work. That could be quite interesting. Fuck me, Kai, you've absolutely broken me, man. Dick. It isn't strictly in the fan, but what about paying for a bunch and then Steve goes to one of the new player things and gives out hot drinks tickets or meal tickets to people, like with love from the Hefty fan for your first event. I might be able to break you even more with that ticket idea. DM me after the stream. No. I really struggle with more than one idea. I think if we stick to the one thing at a time, because otherwise, especially with COVID, I really am feeling the love, Kai. It's amazing. I think what we need to do is stick with the one, go on from there, and then look to see where we can help others who are less fortunate, who are less able to do things. You can't break in too much, there'll be nothing left. Look, someone's going to get this gut, Smo, so need to space out the breaking. Yeah. Jesus, though. I think if we stick to we'll just focus on the one thing at a time. I really appreciate it though, mate. I really, really do. We need channel points for Steve. Take a minute. I'm humbled. I really am humbled by the fact that everybody is giving. And it's amazing. It really is amazing. Because it does show that people care. And I think that is something that the world is really needing at the moment. People do care. People want to help. People want to be supportive. People want to do what they can. People want to give what they can. I'm about to buy a block of open tickets at the start of next month. Jesus. You're doing good things, man. That's really, really good. That's absolutely incredible. If you want a hand in getting rid of them, offering them out to people who are struggling and stuff, Roberto Bean might be a way to go as well, because there are people out there who know people who are struggling. So,
yay for hefty fam.
Yay for hefty fam, indeed. Things to help enable someone are always good. Tent is great. Meal tickets and small things always good too. Yeah, I love the idea. So like mixing what Kai's doing and what Ben and Pete and people have said, just to say, we know that you're struggling. We know that you can't come to this event because of money issues at home. How would you feel if we were able to pay for your event and we were able to pay for a Moorish meal ticket and things like that? I think that would work incredibly well. I think that would be really, really good. So, oh, yeah, I approve. Cool. Cool. As always, I just want to do more. I want to do more, but I can't handle doing more than one thing at a time, because doing this sort of stuff is quite draining. It's quite tiring, so... But, Jesus. Yeah, Kai, that's an amazing thing that you're doing there, man. That is so cool. So, yeah. Yeah, my hat's off to you for that one, man. Really, really cool. Fuck me, I'm done in. Absolutely done. Cake for... Abby broke.
Cake for all.
Cake for all. Look after yourself first and foremost. You've done so much already. I talked a lot. That's all I've done. When this goes on YouTube, could it be called Prep and How to Be Comfy? And the time chat broke Steve. Yes. Steve also wanted to say, but won't have time to DM as I'm busy for the weekend onwards. For like a week in a few months. I don't know specifically when, but I'd like to give some money for items for a giveaway to Hefty Fam, and some cash if you have some kit you want for streaming. That's really generous of you, mate. Whenever you want to do anything for everybody, anyone wants to do anything for anyone in the Hefty Fam, for the stream, for another individual, or anything like that, just let me know. I'm more than happy. I'm always happy to help. Yeah, I'm broken. So yeah, I'm gonna have to call it there, because I'm gonna have to turn everything off and go and sit down for a half hour. 50.5%. Yeah, really proud. It's amazing. Spa weekend for Helen. Yeah. Ruckner has now taken pity on my channel. Thank you so much. Or to quote Tom. Yay Kai, yay Hefty Fam. Go team. Thanks everybody for watching. Oh, he's clapping himself. Go chill somewhere. Yeah. It's my favourite GIF. It's so good. Thanks everybody for watching. Thank you everybody who's donated bits, regardless of the amount. Everyone who helps out is helping, and that's what matters here. We're gonna get this done, and we're gonna this is amazing. Piss off, Sam. There is no I in team, but there is an I in pineapple pizza. Sam, shut up. Wow. Yeah. I love you all. I really mean that. We'll get a meet-up done. We'll all meet each other. Fuck all y'all. There is in fact 2. Yes. Yeah. So thank you everybody, and I really mean it. Look after yourselves, look after each other, and just, yeah, carry on being the most amazing, supportive community that you can be, because you are all amazing. Yeah, thanks everybody for watching, subscribing, doing all of that. Much love to you all. Yeah, and I'll see you all soon, and you all take care. See you later. Bye bye.
Leaves